Hi guys, it's Michelle Patterson here with Angel Souls, and this is your weekly Angel Oracle card reading for the week beginning June 6th, 2016. I just felt like this was a Gabriel kind of week, so I am going to be using the Archangel Gabriel Oracle deck by Doreen Virtue, and of course pulling a color card from the Secret Language of Color Oracle deck by Inna Segal. If you would like a personal reading with me, please go to my website at angelsouls444.com, the services page. And if you'd like to support me on Patreon, I'll leave that information down below. A little announcement about Vimeo. It's not working. It's just not working out. I have people, the reason why I went with Vimeo is because I thought there would be a lot of technical support, but there have been just too many problems, too much going on. They keep throwing, when they have a glitch, they throw the client back at me and I don't know how to fix it. So what I'm going to try to do is just, maybe if it works, I don't know if it's going to, we'll have to experiment with this. So just, I'm going to try to put those things directly on my website so that you can download it from there. Again, if it doesn't work, I might have to revert back to Vimeo until I find something better. But always, I will keep the links in the description box down below. So even if I have to change the location of those extra readings every month, you can always refer back to the videos. I will keep those updated. There's that. So the other thing too was I was going to, it's a gorgeous day here, like just unbelievable. And as you can see, I was hanging out by the pool earlier today, and I was going to record the video down there, but a bunch of people started coming because, like I said, it's a beautiful day, so everybody's out and it was too crowded and there would have been too many distractions, and plus I haven't gotten the blessing of the complex to even do that. So anyway, we're gonna record this here, and then I'm gonna take the camera down, just snap some pictures of the view anyway, and maybe attach it to the video at the end. How about that? We can work around it. All right, guys, so this week already, as I was kind of tuning in and getting ready for this week's message, it is about having fun. It's about healing the inner child. This is big, okay? Lots of pink light kind of energy. You can work with Shamuel to help you with that. We have Metatron in here as well to help with some inner child healing. But it's a time for you to unlock some of the things that, have just been kind of getting you down, and unlock, or I should say release, like we said, the blocks, unlock your potentials. I think that's kind of what they're getting at. A lot of us are just desperately hanging on to an old story that is just not going to get better. It's not going to ever come back to the way it was because it's not supposed to. Okay? You're supposed to be moving on. And, Gabriel is all about being creative. All right? So if you are a creative person, a communicator, what have you, Gabriel can help you out with that. But remember, creativity isn't just limited to creative project. You have to be creative to create new things in your world. So now I'm using the table that I have my camera set up on to hold the cards. So if I bump it, please forgive me. All right, let's see what we have here. Success. Okay, so it says congratulations. I can't talk. Congratulations, you did it. But the thing is, it's funny because we were talking about that inner child healing. Let me see these other things. Yeah, that inner child healing, or letting go of old patterns, because this is the week you start to feel better about yourself. Okay, it's success, not like, if you have a project out there or you're waiting to hear back about a job or something like that, this could be very good news. And actually, we have another card in here called Happy News. So this could be a really incredible week for you. Or it could be, like I said, a project taking off, or you name it, whatever you have going on the surface level of your life. But this means something deeper than that. This is success at finally letting go, or finally having some healing around a situation. Okay? So let me see what else. I want more on this, guys. Give us more. You've made it through the turmoil. It will get easier from here. Now, that's not to say that you're going to have a perfect life or you're never going to have another challenge to deal with. That's what you're here for. You're going to have blessings and challenges in your life. It's all a part of this existence, and that's the thing that helps your soul grow. So if you weren't doing that, if everything was perfect, you wouldn't need to take on a human form. Okay, so give me more on that. I just feel like let me just clear, because I got a headache right here. You guys turn down the intensity a little bit, please. What was once stuck, for some of you, they're showing me a dam breaking, and everything comes flooding forward. So for some of you, that's about 25% of you, that will happen. Well, why is that happening? Because you let it back build. Yeah. So there might be this big shedding kind of thing. I feel like that might even be Monday, Tuesday. That's more just my personal feeling, what I'm picking up on. The angels don't typically give timing because for everybody it would be different and time's not linear for them. So, but I feel like it's more in the beginning of the week for some of you, and then all the emotions sort of pour out all at once. For the rest of us, I feel like it feels more like a release. So it's not like a rushing forward, like something breaking in us and the wheels coming off, yeah, like freaking out because we didn't, some of us have been working on it little by little, and you'll have success in how you view yourself, or you'll have success with getting the money that you need, or you'll have success, getting that flash of inspiration. I have Archangel Uriel in here. That's Uriel. I have people all over the world who watch this, and sometimes I guess that can sound like Ariel, but it's Uriel with a U. Uriel is all about, he's about forgiveness. He's about clearing, but he helps you with those, the idea, but more of a, how do I want to say this? I don't want to say that Uriel has a muse kind of energy. I mean, sort of. All the angels kind of have that magical quality about them, but Uriel is more about that logistical and magical kind of inspiration. So it's grounded. Okay. So it's a great idea that's very grounded. All right. And still has this sort of revolutionary kind of feel about it as well. So if you've been stuck on a project, you're going to get that inspiration in. Here we go. Have confidence in your creations. And this means any moment that you're creating in your life. Let's say things are falling apart in your world. Well, instead of, instead of just sort of lying down and dying about it, or just giving up, stand up and say, okay, no, I created this and I'm getting through it. And, sometimes too, we'll get where things are falling apart and we just want to hold on to it so desperately. And what we're not realizing is that we're finishing that out. It's going away. And some people go into a panic and they think they've failed at the life that they've built. No, you're just starting a new chapter. And it'll probably happen this week. So have confidence in your creations. Trust in the power of God's creativity, which is being manifested through you. Okay, let's talk for a moment to the artists, the writers, the musicians out there. God is working through you. Okay, so if there's been a project, and usually, because let me say this a different way, you'll know when you're onto something when most mainstream channels that would get you out there want nothing to do with it. You're onto something because you are, not everybody, maybe some of you really do need to kind of perfect your craft, I suppose. But, I think it's a good sign, because just because it's not accepted by a certain manager or an agent doesn't mean it's not worth something. It just means they have a limited viewpoint. And if it doesn't follow a formula, they're not going to want it. They're not going to invest in it. It doesn't have proven capability of selling. So some of you might kind of be on your own with getting your stuff out there. And again, if you aren't a person who's like an artist or a musician or a writer or something like that, have confidence in the life you're creating, just like we said before, and carry forward. Even if other people are like, I don't like how you think. That's a great story. I brought a tear to my eye. I'm going to move on and live the way I need to live. It's that kind of feeling. So don't let anybody knock you off course. Don't play the victim either. Nothing happens to you without your permission. Okay. And you can't control what other people are going to do, but you can control how much you let it affect you or how much you sort of get involved with it. Does that make sense? Okay. So that also means don't get involved in other people's traumas and just have confidence in what you are creating for yourself. And as I say that, stay true to yourself. Don't compromise or water down your ideas. Listen to, trust, and follow your inner voice. Okay, I don't even really need to explain that card because that's pretty much what we've been saying this entire time. So just stay true to you. Again, if it's not well liked by mainstream, who cares? Who cares? Especially for writers out there, self-publishing is not what it used to be. It used to be good luck. You need how many thousands of dollars up front. You're having to buy boxes upon boxes of your own book to sell out of the trunk of your car. It's not like that. That industry is changing. And because of those changes, a lot of positions were redundant. So a lot of talent was sort of released into the stream, and guess where we all went? Not that I was laid off, I left my job, but you know, a lot of us are finding each other in a freelance capacity, you know, and we're sharing our skills and we're making it happen for ourselves. And we have complete control. There's nobody telling us to. I think the days of, you know, making an author, or if you're a musician or whatever, even a boss, even if it's not a creative project for you, even your boss, the days of people saying change it to make it more marketable, you know, like it says, that card says, don't water down your ideas. Don't do that. Okay? Stay true to you, because the divine is working through you. Not everybody's going to be ready for that, but you are. You're being trusted with it. So go with it. All right. The final card we have before we get on to the color card is happy news. Your prayer is answered in a creative way. Now pay attention to that, because this is your prayer being answered, maybe not in the way you had anticipated. Okay. So let's say, again, let's go back to the example of being a writer. Let's say you always thought, well, I'm going to get an agent, and then I'm going to go into a big publishing house. And if that works for you, that's beautiful. I mean, that's not to say that there aren't wonderful people who work in traditional book publishing, again, because we're going with that example. Don't get hung up on the example. Pay attention to the underlying energy. Okay? A lot of people, this doesn't pertain to me because I'm not into book publishing. We're not really talking about it. It's just an example. Okay? So there are a lot of great people who work there, a lot of talent, and, you know, the happy news could be that, you know, maybe you do get a contract, or maybe you do get picked up by somebody. That's great. But for others, the happy news could be like a message from heaven coming, and you get the answer this week. You see things starting to turn around for you. You see the gates opening. Now, again, for all of you, it's going to be different, because for some of you, it is getting the job. It is getting the contract. It is, you know, having a really successful presentation. A few of you out there are going to have, like, I almost feel like this is you having to present something to your boss or to the board, or because it's somebody in a very not official, I shouldn't say that. It's sort of like an office environment, like a corporate environment. So you're going to do great, and you're a breath of fresh air. So, you know, just keep it even. You're going to do just fine. Say it again, please. The happy news could be an announcement of a child. Could very well be that. Just something, it's like, and for some of you, it's a few areas of life kind of popping off for you. You know what I mean? So if you've been looking for love, I mean, that's a process, okay? You got to work on yourself to get like the one true love partner in there. But you might be asked out on a date if you're single and it's been a while. You might run into somebody and have coffee with them or whatever. There's just happiness, whatever it is that is your true, say it again. A whispering of your true heart's desire will be realized this week for some of you. Why not everybody who's watching this video? Because we're human and we screw things up. We block ourselves. And it's not even like having a negative attitude per se all the time. It's just, you know, there's some unresolved fear from some conditioning that you once knew, and it's you know like so ingrained in you that you don't even know that it's there anymore. So it is possible to block out that success. Or if the happy news comes, you know what I mean? And it's not in the way you had anticipated, you might overlook it. All right, so let's get to this color card. We're going to pull 2 cards this week, I hear. I just want to focus here. And it's helpful if you guys kind of breathe with me. That nice collective energy. And don't worry, time, again, is not linear. That's a human convention. I feel like chocolate's going to be one of them. But I'm never right about that. I don't know why. That's kind of weird, right? All right. So far we have white and we have ruby. These are great. Well, ruby, before I even read what the author's interpretation, ruby to me, it's about passion. It's about drawing love in. But that could be suddenly you draw in love for yourself. Suddenly you're drawing in an appropriate love partner. You're reigniting passion with an existing partner, or it's finding something you love. So that's a distinct possibility for some of you. You might go out there and you get dragged along to something and then you're like, I never knew I liked this. Or you might be one of those people who's a really fussy eater and you go to a great restaurant and you have a certain dish for the first time in your life and it's like you found a new love. You know, whatever. It's joy and it's pleasure coming to you. So that's the Ruby card. And this is technically the second card I pulled, but I'm going to read it to you. Rejuvenate your body. The number is 8. I've had people leave comments, what do the numbers mean? Well, I'm not a numerologist. I just let you know what the number is in case you are into numerology, and you can use that. If there's a distinct like angel number like 44, 33 or something like that, then you know, I have the interpretation for that. Again, it's Ruby, rejuvenate your body. The number is 8. Now, a lot of us love to go, well, that means detoxifying. You know, if you're into it, go for it, okay? But rejuvenating your body is about ignite the energy within you. And the way you do that is by tapping back into your passions. This is the week you must tap back into your passions. Find what you love about life again. That is your job this week, okay? Isn't that cool? I love this. I love this. You're going to laugh at me, but these colors together remind me of like candy cane. So I don't know, which anytime I see a candy cane, you know, I was raised Christian, so I celebrate Christmas, and that's always a time of family and warmth. And where I'm from, we would typically get bad weather in December, and so it's kind of a time for everybody to kind of huddle together, and you have to communicate. And you know, you could watch TV too, I suppose, but it was more about just being with the family. I don't know why that just came up, but I thought I would share. So the other card is White, lighten up. The number is 24. Remember, have some fun. Release some of the hurt. You know, you don't need to hold up your passions because of, oh, I have responsibilities. I'm really guilty of this too. I've taken on so many different projects that I just recently got back to the Facebook messages and started getting through those. It was bad. Never allow your Facebook messages to pile up. I had after I worked on it for a while, I still had over 100 messages to still get through. But anyway, this is also this divine light. So we always talk about, I'm sorry, I keep flipping the card back to me. There's a white feather on here. So whenever this comes up, I don't know if you can see it, it's kind of along there. But, you know, that's a typical angel symbol, showing you a white feather. So the angels are with you. You guys are rejuvenating. That rejuvenate your body card, the Ruby card, is also about get your body ready for this higher frequency, you know, because think about when you are doing something that's just really thrilling and fun, and it's, you know, it's even better when it's your passion. So it's part of your purpose. So you get all kind of ignited, right? When that happens, you know, sometimes I know when I'm doing angel readings, I lose my breath. It just happens. I might get a headache, you know, or something. So rejuvenate your body means if you are starting to experience symptoms of a higher frequency happening and your body isn't really acclimating, give yourself a little downtime, okay? Take a rest. Go off and do something that is relaxing. You don't need to push yourself this week, okay? Anything else, guys? It's a time of fun. Good news is coming this week, guys. Good news. Now, if you happen to be one of those people, again, there's so many people who watch this, God forbid if you got bad news this week, God forbid, okay? But I feel like that's such a small percentage of people. I think it's overall going to be, again, it's general, so overall it's going to be a very positive week. But even if you get some news, like let's say you don't get the job that you went for, you just got saved, okay? That's happy news because you were not going to like what you were going to experience there. Okay, so there's a lot of, again, that lighten up card with that white feather on it has this protective kind of vibe about it. So Archangel Chamuel for self-love and tapping into love of all kinds. You know, work with Uriel to get that flash of inspiration. Michael to protect you. Yes, say it again, please. I have Azrael in here. Let me get this. Some of you are not going to know what to do. Hang with me here. You're not going to know what to do with the news that comes in. And I think that it's sort of like, I don't know, the example that's popping in my head is like, let's say you're a woman, just as an example. You're a woman and the most amazing man walks up to you. He's like the man of your dreams. He looks and acts and, you know, everything about him is exactly what you've always wanted. You might get really scared and run away. You might get, because again, it's just like too much joy. It's too much, you're getting what you want. And you're like, oh my gosh, what am I supposed to do with this? And then you run away from your desires. Try not to do that this week. Again, that's where you want to really take care of your body so that your body can acclimate to that higher frequency and you won't run away when the good stuff comes in. Okay, so there it is. I hope that made sense. And of course, have a beautiful week. And if I can get some shots of the mountains, the view, I will add those to the end of this video. Love you guys. Take care.